I'd like to say what a pleasure it is to address a group of people who you just bought biscuits for. There could be no friendlier audience. I'd also like to say thanks, Sappho, for having us here. I've liked this place ever since you let me do a wee in your toilet without buying a book. And I've been loyal ever since. We were just talking about Professor Tim Flannery, and he was in the Daily Telegraph this week, pitting his wits against the fearsome rebuttal of the Daily Telegraph. It made very amusing reading. And one of the stats that they proudly quoted was that 25% of Australians don't believe Tim Flannery on climate change. So that means that's 75% of people who do, that talk about the importance of renewable energy and finding more power efficient ways of working. And then that means there is 25% of people, and they talk about how petrol's too expensive and how people should do something about the cost of power bills, not realising they're kind of talking about the same thing. And those people have another thing in common. 100% of people are just talking and not doing. And then there is a group of people who are not available at the time of surveying because they're in the Australian Youth Climate Coalition and they were doing something.
You guys are really at the grassroots of changing that. And just to give you an example, as I told you before, I'm in my local environment committee, on my local council. I'm one of the Daggy mums, along with some, retirees and a few others that try and get the council to do better things for the environment in Burwood, and we don't have much success. We're tending to beat our head against a brick wall. We've been talking to them a bit about what they could do, to just be a bit more climate ready and sort of have more solar stuff, and weren't getting much response. Then what happens? But the Burwood Youth Advisory Committee of Burwood Council go to Power Shift, quite a few of them, learn all about what's going on, and they've put a proposal together that they're presenting to the council in, I think, a couple of weeks, or might even be next month, on how Burwood Council can repower some of its buildings. And so they've got a plan together. They said, look, this is the community centre over there, this is where we can put the solar panel, and they've presented such an empowering vision that now the council's actually taking some notice. So as opposed to us boring old dudes on the that were on the committee that weren't getting very far, that energy of you guys has made such a difference and got the council to get off their backside and think about it. So I think what you're doing is so important. You can't value it highly enough how enthused young people can go and change the world. So keep doing it, guys. Well done.